the rotation this year. Gary Lake of East Waterloo wrestles Steve Blackford of West Des Moines Dowling. East Waterloo against West Des Moines.
Blackford, very talented young man here, 42-1 from Dowling, like you said, coached by Ron Gray, and was third as a sophomore last year. And we have Gary Lake, who has never been to the state wrestling tournament before.
On the right is Steve Blackford. He has the purple uniform, and the black is Gary Lake of East Waterloo.
We did have two of them.
And that's a takedown for Blackford. Now there you see the 1A class is stopped for injury, unfortunately. Winthrop East Buchanan's Jeff Kress looks like he's hurt, and Randy Pugh of Columbus Junction is against him. Pugh is undefeated. His team has won the championship at 1A. Now there's the 2A, Ben Jobjen of Davenport Assumption against Scott Kauffman of Emmitsburg. It's another familiar name, Kauffman of Emmitsburg.
Right.
Watch the arm.
Emmitsburg's had some great wrestlers, and Kauffman's winning lots of state championships there about 10, 15 years ago.
Steve Blackford of West Des Moines Dowling in the purple uniform is leading 2-0, and he's trying to turn Gary Lake over now.
Gary Lake, a real workman-like. He's lost 11 matches this year, and here he is in the finals. He's got a lot of guts. He's just kept coming, and he defied all the odds, and there he is in the finals. And then on the other side, here's 45-1 Steve Blackford.
These people have met 4 times this year already, and Blackford has won every time.
Keep working. Keep working.
We have only about 10 seconds to go in the first period. Blackford looking for back points. No. Potentially dangerous.
You're down.
7 seconds to go.
Put your knees back.
Lake goes in the under position on the referee's position.
Stay steady. Come on, Green.
Updated. Top 5. Each score. Class 1A. White belt.
And Blackford sucks Lake back. He wasn't able to get any back points out of it.
62.
Okay, second period.
The period ends there. Dowling, Steve Blackford.
There's Steve Knipp, the coach of Gary Lake, Waterloo East. Steve's been there as the head coach for 17 years.
Optional start. Put it on.
Davenport Assumption, 80.5.
We should say, by the way, with the 1A match at 145 pounds ended because of an injury. Winthrop East Buchanan's Jeff Kress was hurt badly enough that they had to stop the match. So Randy Pugh wins by default.
Let's go.
Stays undefeated.
An undefeated year. What a great championship for the championship team. Randy Pugh, Columbus Junction.
Looked like Kress had a leg injury of some sort. This is Steve Blackford wrestling Gary Lake. The score is 2-0.
Both up.
And it's 3-0 now because Blackford in the second period escapes right away.
And takes him down right away. He's going after it.
He's got the cradle.
And he's got the arm hooked up. Oh, my goodness.
There it is. Boom.
Ball called by Mike
Exline calls it. And a pin for Steve Blackford, leaving no doubt. He won for the 5th time against Lake this year, and that one for the state title.
Well, Steve Blackford from Dowling, I read an article earlier in the year where he lost a match, and he said, I'm going to do everything I can to not let that happen again. And he stayed true to his prediction and his word. And look at this. He catches the head, puts him in the cradle, hooks the leg, elevates, shoulders down flat. Kress goes back and right.
Let's see how this happens.
Yeah, we got to see it all the way through. Right there, just twisted.
Most important for Assumption. And that makes it 10-3, so Jobjen is up with the cradle. Now we're at...
The leg twisted a way that it shouldn't go.
They were both undefeated coming in there. 72 wins between them, but Randy Pugh wins. Now we're at 2A. Jobjen on top with the cradle position.
And this is a big one for Assumption. They're looking at their first of 3 finalists.
Oh yeah, they're in the title hunt. Most important for Assumption. And that makes it 10-3. So Jobjen is piling it on here with about 24 seconds to go in the second period. That's Jobjen in the red uniform, Kauffman in the yellow and black of Emmitsburg. The official is Jim Christensen of Greenfield.
If I've got this right, I think Wilton is ahead by a 1/2 point right now with one wrestler left, and Assumption has 3 wrestlers left. So
Assumption came into the finals leading. So Wilton has done what it had to do.
actually it's tied.
Tied, huh?
Yep.
Officially tied here.
Officially tied. 80.5 points for both Davenport Assumption and Wilton going into this right here. And so
Assumption has wrestlers at 145. Then at 152, they go head-to-head. Kurtz and Shane Bourne.
Big takedown right there by the Davenport. Nope, no points.
10-3. There's a minute and a half to go. We've just started the third period here.
We've been told that it was an ankle injury and that here's your team standing, 80.5 points. Davenport Assumption has 3 wrestlers left in the finals. Wilton has 1. Like you said, they go head-to-head. So this is a big match right here. Whoa! Here's Emmitsburg with a big throw.
Headlock.
And he comes out.
Couldn't work. Got people's attention, though, for a second. And we have a little over a minute to go here. The score is still 10-3 in favor of Jobjen of Assumption, who is in on the double leg boom. 12-3.
Well, he's doing a job for his team here because he's going to put Assumption ahead by more than 4 points going into their head-to-head, making Wilton not only having to win, but having to win by extra points.
Yes, major decision here, the way it's going.
This is a big win and the way to do it for Davenport Assumption. Trying to get their first state title. Both teams going for their first state title in the history of the sport at their school, Wilton and Davenport Assumption.
And you know, the Assumption must really have a booming room at these weights, because Assumption has championship matches from 3 straight weights. Starting here, 145, 152, and then the next weight up to 160.
Emmitsburg behind right here. Kauffman behind by 9 points. Trying to come out and make this less than a major decision for the Assumption wrestler.
18 seconds.
Whoa, but Jobjen had something else in mind right here, and that's more points.
Creighton Nice trying to move back to get the pin. He does have the near fall all the way up to 3.
That could wrap up the state title. Not officially. Like I said, it puts a lot more pressure on this next match for Wilton. Big championship here, 15-3.
A major decision for Ben Jobjen of Davenport Assumption. They have to win coming into these 3 straight weights, and they won the first one. The next one they'll go will be against Wilton. Shane Bourne against Marcus Kurtz of Assumption. Let's go for 140-pound winners.
6th place, Scott Plain of Columbus Junction.
1A winners.
6th place, Corey Vandenheuvel, Thornburg Tri-County. 5th place, Jared Lund, Greenfield, Nottoway. 4th place, Dennis Mosher. 3rd place, Todd Felfer, Riceville. Runner-up, Jeff Kress, Winthrop East Buchanan. And the Class 1A 145-pound champion from Columbus Junction, Randy Pugh.
He's from a state championship team. He not only has a gold medal, his team wins the big one too. Well, in 2A, they're still tied. Davenport Assumption and Wilton, 85.5 points.
And one more time to do it here. Assumption comes up with their last wrestler. Wilton's had all 3 of theirs. Couldn't get any more tense than this.
So if Assumption can win, that's it. Now we're going to 2A at 145 pounds. the winners up on the stand.
Presenting the Class 2A 145-pound awards, Coach Wade King of Davenport Assumption. Sixth place, Brett Showalter, Hampton Dumont. Fifth place, Tony Rosewood, Knoxville. Fourth place, Trevor Endicott, Glenwood. Third place, Mark Dunbar, Osceola Park. Runner-up, Scott Kauffman, Emmitsburg. Class 2A 145-pound champion from Davenport Assumption, Ben Jobjen.
Ben Jobjen, the Davenport Assumption champion. Very important for him to do that because kept Davenport Assumption up on top. They're tied now with Wilton, and it's all in the hands of Matt Grabert coming up here at 160 for Davenport Assumption to win the title or settle for a tie for first.
Presenting the Class 3A 145-pound award.
Now 3A.
Ron Gray of West Des Moines Dowling. Sixth place, Justin Wolf, Fort Dodge. Fifth place, Nate Berger, Bench. Fourth place, Matt Brown, Lamar. Third place, Troy Hagee, Pleasant Valley. Runner-up, Gary Lake, Waterloo East. The Class 3A 145-pound champion from West Des Moines Dowling, Steve Blackford.
And that, Steve Blackford from Dowling wins at 145. Let's go to Dean Board.